Hi, Phil.
Hi there,
Nice
Dale.
to meet you.
Likewise, Dale. Great to be on your
I
show today.
appreciate it. Your bailiwick is the precious metals. Do you ascribe by um, the old mantra, don't wait to buy gold and wait?
um, probably not. Actually, I would say gold very much with its daily volatility at the moment is just a great day trading
Okay.
market. So, I mean, even the action that we've had over certainly over September, October, it just creates so many opportunities on a daily basis that yeah, very much the day trading market for us at the Gold and Silver Club.
Okay, and I'd like to start from the beginning, Phil. What
Sure, sure.
happened in your life that attracted you to the trading business, and what was the catalyst for it? Tell us about how you got started in trading.
Yeah, sure, sure. Well, really, when I graduated university, I was invited by a cousin who manages a fund in London to come and sit in on his trading floor
Okay.
and to experience really what it was like to be on a trading floor and to be in that environment, which was quite a lucky opportunity at the time. So from there, that really sparked my interest into trading, and
Did you
from
see
there.
the traders leaving the building? Some picked up by limos or getting into their Mercedes Benz and heading to their penthouse somewhere, and that was attractive to you.
It's interesting actually because a lot of the traders there were very casual. So they were very. Some of the guys there, I mean, they were doing large sums on a daily basis. It was a prop. A lot of the traders there are also prop
Hmm.
traders from the trade floor that I was on. So to uh, to give it a for me coming out of university to experience that, and some of the guys there making over 1 million in a day, my cousin pointing out who the big traders were, you wouldn't have thought it, in all honesty, to see them on the street, just dressed very casually, not really trying to show it off
Right.
too
Yeah. They
much.
they
So,
preferred to make money in a closet. More interested
yeah,
in the fortune than the fame.
yeah,
How
absolutely.
about
So it was
you?
very much that. Well, a little bit of both, I guess.
It's
We,
okay to admit. I don't mind. I like
yeah,
having an audience too, Phil. So
yeah,
I did
absolutely.
read that you train people how to trade. You want to share your screen with us and show us the kind of look that you have at markets and some of the things that you use for making market decisions?
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. There's been some really interesting moves just today as well. What I'll do, let's just see if we can get the screen
Yeah, you
sharing
go to the
on here.
bottom and there's an icon. So, who were your early trading influences? Any authors or courses or mentors that you had? You were in a great environment. I was too. I was a runner on the floor at the Merc when I started. So, I'm not bashful. I would ask people what they did and how they did it, and took a course at the Merc in technical analysis. And our textbook was Edwards and McGee, Technical Analysis of Stock Trends, and learned about continuation, reversal formations, channels, gaps. That was the Bible back then. Were there any authors that influenced you heavily?
A lot of my training, yeah, it does. It comes from a lot of it experience in the markets, a lot of mentoring from my cousin, I guess, in his day when he used to train traders for his fund. So that really helped in terms of my background. There were some initial courses that I did attend just for the basic and fundamentals after university. I've gone through a lot of reading material, so I've tried to. I really have immersed myself in trading ever since I got into it.
So you teach people how to trade. What kind of format do you teach them to trade in? Do you have a chat room? Do you have courses? How can people learn to do what you do, Phil?
Yeah, great question. We have a live trading room. We also have exclusive members areas where a lot of our traders can interact, chat, share setups. We have forum. We also teach Gold and Silver Club masterclass. We got various levels of that. So we do 1 day and 2 day workshops, and support of a lot of our traders through live trading rooms like this. So those are the main ways we teach and develop our traders.
Gold had a big day. Gold had a big day
Yeah.
after we came up with a Band-Aid to kick the debt ceiling down the road. Dollar's been coming under a lot of pressure. Do you view this advance that we've had in gold from that 1250 level as a bear market rally or the beginning of something more significant here?
Yeah, we've come up quite nicely. We found some resistance just yesterday, actually, right on the 50-day moving average. We hit profit targets ourselves just at the 1342 level. What I would look at technically at the moment, we definitely some moving averages that we use have just crossed, which does indicate that this market could be about to bottom out and spring higher. With the candlesticks, which I'm looking at the moment on the daily time frame, we've got quite a nice inside candle forming on the daily time frame. So this is really lining up quite well for tomorrow now. So what I would be looking out for tomorrow now is a break above the 50-day moving average, above $1,345 an ounce, really is a confirmation for us to go higher now from 1,000 up to 1,353, and if we can get above that level, up to 1,364 or beyond. If we can't, as we saw back in September, if we can't get above the 50-day moving average and really 1345 at the moment, we're also monitoring this on 4-hour time frames, some 4-hour setups as well. We are struggling a little bit just to break through it. We're just seeing a little bit of choppy consolidation at the moment. We could be due just to a reversal, really back down to 1321, 1306 levels. But at the moment, gold, it's holding okay from the gains that it made on yesterday's non-farm payroll. Had a little bit of a retracement today, and you can see the daily high just under 13.5 again. And just again, that 50-day moving average, that's going to be really important for gold to close above that and to get above that. And then you're going to start getting a lot more traders involved in this, and you probably start getting a lot more pending orders triggered if we can break above
even
that.
More will get involved. They'll love it at 1430 too. Is the way it looks to me. You know, I was interviewing Adam Button yesterday, and we were talking about how the gold market seems to be ahead of the curve on releases, that moves are happening. Not just yesterday on the non-farm payroll, gold was advancing in advance of the release of the number. Are you noticing the same type of things happening, like someone has the edge in the gold market in front of major releases?
Yeah, it definitely seems like at the moment. We saw that on the FOMC statement as well, where they launched no taper. We'd seen in the early part of the day that the price had been tanking and been hammered quite a lot, and then just it must have been about a minute or two just beforehand, we saw gold starting to spike a huge hammer in Dragonfly Doji form, and it just carried right the way through when the FOMC statement was delivered. So definitely that was about a minute beforehand that we started to see a surge, and obviously yesterday as well, it was about a minute beforehand as well, we suddenly saw a surge. So yeah, we're definitely seeing this occurrence as well.
The playing field in gold was never level, but the tilt is definitely moving towards someone's advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say just based on the daily volatility with gold, you know, it's moving on average around 300 pips today. It's just a really good market which follows very clear levels, Fibonacci levels, moving averages, where you can just be in and out on a daily basis. We certainly found that we can make a lot more money just getting in and out on a daily basis than trying to hold on to any longer term trends on gold. There's a lot more money to be made on a daily basis, on daily signals that we get, on breakouts, on retracements. Than trying to really pick a bottom in the market and trying to stay the whole duration.
What do you make out of gold looking good and crude breaking down and the dollar being weak? What kind of message is that to you as far as trading? Don't you normally see some type of correlation between crude and gold, and they seem to be diverging right now?
Yeah, they do. That's quite, yeah, it is interesting. We're certainly seeing WTI oil is certainly getting much weaker than Brent at the moment. Brent is still holding its ground. It's still holding with quite a tight trading range, but definitely WTI crude oil. I mean, we've had some shorts on this also over, really been eyeing up some shorts since we broke 101 level, and we've had some really nice setups there, just taking it down to the 96. Finding a little bit of support, broke through the 200 moving average yesterday.
Yes.
But there's been some really nice short setups on WTI as well. But yeah, absolutely, there is doesn't seem to be the usual correlations with regard to the US dollar index as well.
Okay, anything that you're beamed in on that you'd like to share with our community, Phil?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, I'll just quickly, what I do, the main focus that we tend to, that we cover, Dale, is just gold, silver, crude oil, WTI, and the commodity currencies. So I'll just do a quick summary of perhaps some of the trade setups that played out for us. We had our live trading room last night, some of the trades that we took, if that's
Sure.
okay with
Yeah,
yourself,
go
Dale.
ahead, Phil.
Yep. Okay, fantastic. What I might do just very quickly, my Thomson Reuters is open. I don't know if that is impacting the sound quality at the moment. So are you hearing me loud and clear, or am
Yeah,
I
every once
cutting
in a
out a
while
little
there's a little bit of a echo or delay, but it's clean. It's
there?
clean. It's
It's
fine.
okay. Yeah, okay. Fantastic. So first of all, just looking at the US dollar index there, so we can definitely see, I mean, this has certainly helped the gold move up over yesterday, non-farm payroll, and the spike up that we've had since really towards the end of last week. So the US dollar index broken down, come down to this support zone around 79, just shy of it, and you've got a little bit of support just forming today. That's going to be an important level. I heard you, Dale, just talking a little bit earlier on the US dollar index, and I think you're right. You know, we could be due to break down now, and if we do come down further on the US dollar index below, you know, the 78 level and start breaking down, that's going to be very supportive for gold, for silver.
Yes.
So that's something we're keeping an eye on, definitely.
Okay, yeah, that's a nice look. That's a nice picture. So, and it looks like as long as we're closing back under that 81 level, the downtrend is in force on that dollar index. Okay.
It does, yeah, absolutely. It does look like that way at the moment. As long as it's, yeah, as it's clubbed below that, and it's coming right into this support zone. So I would expect that if we break through 89, particularly 78 there, then we're going to be on free
Yeah.
fall.
Oh, yeah.
US dollar.
That's how we could get to 72. And when I look at it, that move from 85 and a breakdown at 78 is 600 pips. That takes you to 72. That would be a record low in the dollar. So, you know, we're going to have all kinds of screams into the spring of next year about the dollar losing its reserve status. And gold might be 1800, 1900 by then. And then I think that we might be set up for the deflationary move and the dollar turn to the upside. But you know, every once in a while, I like to pretend I'm Mr. Pinkert. That's the way I see the markets here. So yeah, it's
Well,
going to be an interesting time to be trading currency and trading gold. So okay, so you're
100%,
showing a
100%.
seasonal here. Oh,
Yeah, I just wanted to bring up the seed. I mean, that does coincide with actually what we would look at in terms of seasonality gold at the moment. This is played out very well so far over the last year. Well, this year, last year, the previous year, you can see these correlations each year. We typically seem to bottom out every year at the moment during the summer months, during from May to July, and we saw that again this year when we came down to 11.80. August was another a bumper month for gold. We had some huge rallies, also moving into September as well. We've had a correction over October since we reached about 14.33, I think it was, on gold, the high, and then we've had a correction since then, which coincides with seasonality. And right now, actually, we're at the bottom of this channel where we would expect to get a bounce at the moment. So I do think the 50-day moving average is going to be important, and we've got a little bit of work to do at the moment around the 13.45. I've seen it a lot on gold where it's just
interesting.
had
Have you
failed.
seen some important lows? It looks like mid-November for a potential low in the gold on the seasonal.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. So there's on the seasonal chart. So mid-November is so a couple of weeks before Thanksgiving is I think Thanksgiving is on the 28th this year. So is usually when you do see a low. Certainly, we had a similar situation going back to 2011 and 2012 as well. So we tend to bottom out around mid-November,
Interesting.
and then we got a rally
That,
into
that's almost
December.
implying that gold could come off one more time with S&P sell-off into that time frame, which is what I'm looking for. So we could have
Yeah.
red markets going into that mid-November time frame. Interesting, and gold will go
Yeah.
down into that time frame along with the market, so they won't move counter trend with each other. That's going to be an interesting thing to pay attention to. Interesting chart, Phil. Thanks for edifying me. I never knew. See, that's why I love doing these kind of interviews, is that we learn, I learn. I didn't know about that seasonal tendency in mid-November, so that gives me something to take into consideration on my gold trading.
Mm. Yeah, absolutely.
Any other pearls?
Well, just in terms of, let's have a look what we had today. I guess just looking at the crude oil inventories which came through today, we've seen quite a large move down on WTI and Brent today, and we are breaking down lower. Just the crude oil inventories which came out about 1 hour ago. Again, we had a surplus in crude oil, so 5.246 million versus 2.93, and we're just continuing to see a breakdown. We've actually broken through on Brent here, the 108.43 level, which been quite an important level over the last couple of weeks or so. We're still in quite strong consolidation on both Brent here and WTI. We're really moving within support and resistance zone. Just can't break through 111.35 at the moment on Brent, and we're seeing just support around the 107.52. So I think we're probably due to just come down a little bit lower either today or tomorrow. Come down or retest 107.52. If we break through the lows, just coming down to, I think the low here is, let's just have a look, 107.70. Actually, it's going to be a tiny bit that. If we do get a breakdown out of this consolidation, 106.80, and WTI continues to go lower here, we could see a breakdown on Brent. So we're looking to play either side of the breakout at the moment from these major levels and trade just within this range whilst we stay within the range too.
As a gold trader, do you pay attention to what is coming out of China? Them being, one of the major buyers of gold, is China a factor? It used to be for me as a commodity trader.
It is very much so, yeah. I mean, about 2.5 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, China had a 1 week holiday. They weren't involved in the markets, and during that week, that is when gold got really smashed. So we saw there wasn't any usual buying that does occur overnight during the market. If you following gold for some time, you will see a very regular occurrence, which is during the UK session, is when you tend to see gold. If it is going to get hit, it will start getting hit during the London session. Usually, if we're on a downtrend from the morning, that will follow through to the US session, and then we'll start seeing buying after the UK close.
And that's basically because the London fixing for decades has been an important aspect in gold trading.
It is, yeah, absolutely. And then what we will tend to see is a lot of buying will start to occur overnight again, which will normally start from from after the close of the UK session, and then we'll start seeing that really ramp up. Obviously, once Asia Pacific come online and China come online across the night, then we'll see a lot of buying occur, and it's a regular occurrence. And then we'll start seeing sell-offs in the morning again during London market. So China does have a big impact on the prices. I know that it's in America's interest to keep the price of gold low, and that obviously has an impact on
mean, except for the last year, they haven't been that successful at it. So you believe that there's some type of paper short in gold that is driving this decline in gold from the 1800 level? You think it's conspiratorial?
There is a lot. A lot of gold analysts, if you were to go on to various chat rooms and so on the internet, you would see a lot of conspiracy theories revolving around gold. I think there are some that go too far into it, and the way we play it is just via day trading gold and just being in and out the markets and noticing daily occurrences within the market that we can benefit from. I think in terms of if there could well be these big short positions on. I know that's been the case for some time with silver, which has been proven with JP Morgan in the past. With regard to gold, I think this year was a record number of retail traders were short gold in the market. So it seems to be more and more the actual day traders becoming savvy to being able to also take advantage of the moves to the downside.
That's interesting. Normally the public would have been wrong, and they've been right.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was a bit, that was a change from normal.
And the pros have been liquidating. The GLD ETF is at one of the lowest levels in a long time. In fact, a few weeks before this recent rally, that was kind of a contrarian indicator to me.
Yeah, I mean we did get a lot of large selling on the GLD, which is it's definitely impacted the market. I think on our side we definitely like to keep just the rest of taking seasonality into account as well. Also various economic news, which seem to be fairly predictable every year now. With every year when China takes that week-long holiday, we see the markets. That seems to be the beginning of the downtrend, which occurs for gold from October onwards now. We tend to see big spikes around the FOMC. We certainly saw it last year with the FOMC statement in 13th of September, where they delivered QE3. And this year when they delivered no taper, we saw another massive spike to the upside, only to see all the gains be taken back down again the following day, which was incredible.
Yeah,
But
wild,
some phenomenal move.
very wild.
Yeah,
I notice your charts are very clean, Phil. Did you trade
yeah.
strictly price action, or have any triggers, or is it just purely price action?
Yeah, we do keep it very, very clean. So we on the daily there, we take into account July's moving averages, Fibonacci levels, correlations.
What do the colors represent as far as moving averages?
So you've got a number of different moving averages on the chart there. So you've got key moving averages which are used obviously by a lot of banks and financial institutions, and you also have some more shorter term trend trading moving averages.
Okay. Phil, it was really great talking to you. How would our members, if they want to follow your work and what you're doing in the gold, be able to do so? How would they do that?
Yeah, absolutely, Dale. It's been a pleasure speaking to you today as well. And if you want to get in touch with us, just via our website at www.thegoldensilverclub.com, and you'll see lots of information on there. You can see analysis, and subscribe to our weekly newsletter there just to find out more information from us.
Well, I think we're going to have an exciting fall going into the winter season in gold, Phil, and I'm glad to meet you. I thank Mauricio for lining you up to speak to our community and edify them with your views. I'll be paying attention to the mid-November time frame because of our chat that we had today, and look forward to talking about the state of the gold, crude, and silver market with you down the road.
Yeah, absolutely, though. It's been great to be on here. Thanks for having me on, and look forward to speak again in the future.
Hunting, my friend.
Great stuff.
All right.
Thanks, Dale.
See you,
Cheers.
Phil.